Alright, step up function activity for Mr. Holloway class. This is the graph is a step up function. It shows the number of passengers in the airport express van change over time. The graph shows the trip between the cities and the airport. Note that the endpoints of the step is either open or closed. The open circle are there to show where the stop ends. So this tells you where the stop ends. This tells you probably where the stop begins. It says, what is the characteristics of importance? What is this characteristic important in the order of the graph to represent the function? Well, if we go to this little beautiful number right here, it says 20 people in this van. So it took them, if it's 20 people in this van, and I think I'm answering B at this moment too. But if it's 20 people in this van, can I get my mouse working? And it stops, well, 20 people in the van is probably about 80. So it started about an 80-minute, or it started in 80 minutes. And it looks like it ended up around 160. So that's about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, I want to say an hour and 20 minutes. So that's about 80 to 160. It's about that's 80 minutes. It's an 80-minute drive for 20 people. And then down here, then you got the vertical line check or the vertical line test. You can go from one close to the open to an open circle, and it's pretty much gonna be a function. But if you went from, say, a close to a close circle, it really wouldn't be a function, because you pretty much can't have two lines representing the same thing on the x-axis. Like this close and this, you can't have 14 passengers and 10 passengers in 60 minutes. Like, no. See, for the 14 passengers, like 60, that's like 70 minutes. And then the passengers on the x-axis. So, it's just two numbers can't represent the same thing. In fourth part A, it says, write a description of what's shown in the graph. Technically, this basically graph is showing that the how many passengers gets into the van and how long it takes them to get out, or when this trip ends. So if it, once again, my mouse is being retarded. If it's 5 passengers in the van, it took them, I want to say, about 60 minutes to get there. Well, not even 60 minutes if you think about it, because that's 40, that's 20, that's 30, that's, well, my bad, that's 40, 50, that's 60, 50, 40, 30. And for 5 people, that starts at 30 minutes and ends at like 60 minutes. I mean, it took 5 passengers 30 minutes just to get to the airport in the airport van. If you have 20, let's say, 20 people, so about 80, and look like that's like 160. It took them 80 minutes just to get to the airport. That's a whole hour and 20 minutes. And I know this is part B as well, but that just blows my mind. But pretty much the graph is using the numbers of passengers, which is which is on the y-axis, and the time, which is on the x-axis. It shows pretty much how long it's taking the van to pick up and drop off. Now part B, it says, how does the long horizontal line of the graph represent? I've been saying this for the longest. I don't even know why I put an hour and 30. It's about an hour and 25, 30 minutes drive. But for 20, this is the long one. So for 20 people, that's a whole hour and 20 minutes. I gave it the extra 5 because it might take passengers a little bit longer to get off the bus.